Alright guys, this product right here is by Hand America product, distributed by Chef Knives To Go. This is like a little plexiglass plate with this little metal thing that goes over the top. You can do all kinds of stuff with this thing as a strop. I'm going to do a review on this later, but I'm just going to show you. I'm going to strop this real quick with the my quarter micron piece of balsa. Stropping is essential. If the one thing you take from this video series, and whatever style of sharpening that you do, is to get a strop. Stropping is going to make your knives as sharp as they possibly can get, and it will benefit any sharpening system. And I don't know, I probably spent the first 5 years of my sharpening career without stropping, and when I figured it out, what it was and how to do it, man, it was a freaking game changer. If you want scary, hair popping sharp consistency, stropping is the way to go. Now, this knife was relatively sharp to begin with. I don't know if you can see, Kyle, the shine on that edge, but it's mirror polished. Now, this is Kenhiro Nakiri from Chef Knives To Go, and you know, you got like this cool blue patina building up on this edge, Aogami super steel, and then that nice bevel that's just hair popping, shiny, sharp. We're going to do a couple quick sharpness tests on this. First sharpness test I like to do is to make sure that the hair is grabbing hair. Let's find a couple hairs here. I don't know. Could you hear? I don't know if you can hear that, but that was. It's popping those hairs without me having to push down on the skin. It is just, the hair is there and I'll just grab it and take it right off. So this right here will, with no problem, will give you like a clean face shave clean. It'll shave you up real good. Definitely sharp enough there. Next thing I like to do is a paper test. The paper test is more for finding flaws in the edge than to making sure that it's sharp. This is just notebook paper. I'm going to run the edge very softly, very gently, to see if I can feel any problems in the edge. If you want to just, you know, really test how sharp it is, it'll push cut paper all day. You know, it'll even cut at an angle like that. If you can scoop out paper like that and change directions on it, that's definitely a sharp knife. It'll, you know, you can do those little curly cues like that and really get them sharp. The other thing I like to do is I like to find the balance point on the knife, take a pinch grip, and then literally with all I'm doing is just keeping the knife from falling out of my hand, just the weight of itself to see if it'll push cut. You know, I'm just barely, like, you know, any little thing will make this knife come out of my hand. So I'm just gonna see if it'll, with the weight of itself, cut a piece of paper like that. And as you can see, it did really well. I can get a lot of different knives that sharp. You really, to respect a knife like this, you know, this is a hand forged in Japan, badass vegetable laser. I really love this knife. I like to use the phone book test. This is the Corpus Christi directory. It's about 1,100 pages long. This is not a trick phone book. This is just a good old phone book. I like to push cut a whole phone book. And what I will do is I'll take the corner of this phone book and just cut off the whole thing. I want to see a nice clean 1,100 page cut, one stroke. Nice. I want to see how much pressure it takes to do that. I don't know if this Kitisuke, I don't remember the last time I sharpened this. Let's try this one, see if it'll do it. It does it, but I felt like I had to use a little more pressure on that. This one, it really like effortlessly, you know, really just took off that phone book without any trying whatsoever. It just like a laser beam through that because I just sharpened it. So it's really sharp. I use these knives. These aren't presentation knives. I cook in the kitchen with these all the time. That right there, you know, when you can cut a couple thousand pages in one little quick stroke. It's pretty impressive. And you know, like the single sheet of phone book paper, it's never, you know, that for this, it's like just flies right through it. Not even trying to cut that. On a quick side note, guys, if you like your knives this sharp and you want to keep them this sharp, especially kitchen knives, your cutting board can be your worst enemy. If you don't use the right kind of cutting board, you can spend an hour, 2 hours perfecting the edge on one of these knives just to ruin it, well, with like the first onion. If you use high-end Japanese knives, or American or Western knives for that matter, a good quality cutting board is really important. This board right here is made out of Japanese hinoki wood, and I hope I'm saying that right. It's like a fragrant, I think it's a Japanese cedar or a Japanese cypress. I can't remember exactly, but it's a softer wood, hinoki wood. It's got an interesting, like very nice fragrant smell to it. It's soft, it's very easy on your knives. If you're doing any kind of tap chopping, it's not going to beat up your knives. If you're doing rock chopping, anything like that, it's really, really soft on the knives. If you don't use something like this, my next suggestion would be something like a maple board, or like this guy right here. If you pan over there, we got knife stuff everywhere doing knife videos. This is a maple board, or you can go to something like bamboo or plastic. The last thing you want to do, and I just want to break them every time I see them, is cut on a glass cutting board. The worst invention of all time is the glass cutting board. It will destroy all the work you do in the matter of seconds. It is the, like, I guess if you're just like a crazy germ freak and you don't know how to wash a cutting board properly and you have to use a glass cutting board, whatever, don't come to me to sharpen your knives, because it's just like, you know, Armageddon on your kitchen knives, the glass cutting board. Take them, break them, throw them in the trash. They're worthless. So, hinoki wood, nice maple, booze block, Japanese bamboo style board, even a plastic cutting board. Use that. Don't cut on the granite. It's bad for your countertops, bad for your knives. Don't cut on your glass plates. That stuff's going to ruin all the work that you spent to do this stuff. That's just a little side note for me, guys. This is Malik Afram over at Modern Pawn. Stay safe.